Okay. Ryan, I saw you with a question. Dallas Page said on a Steve Austin podcast about a road story involving him, Kev, and Jake Roberts in Rick Rude's car and the car having issues. Always wanted to know Big Kev's outlook.
So we go to Tampa, and the next day we have a shot at the Omni, but it's like afternoon shot. So Rude's his like first thing that of any significance he bought, I want to think it was, God, maybe a Bonneville. I feel bad that I don't remember exactly what the car was. It's blue, giant blue convertible, white convertible top. And so Dally's going to drive, and me and Jake are going to drink beer, and Jake's going to sit in the back seat. And we put the top down, we go get our beer, and we take off. And it's just great, man. It's just, it's like a 6 hour, 6.5 hour drive. Good, Jake's a great guy to have in your car because Jake's got 1,000 stories. And, we were under Dallas and I were young boys then, not age-wise, but as far as just, experience-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And, Jake was just telling stories. And, all of a sudden, fucking the dash just kind of flashes again. And fucking all of a sudden, man, I don't know, the generator, whatever it was, but this motherfucking Bonneville just goes black. Headlights, everything goes black. Engine stops. Now we're coasting down the right-hand lane of I-75. And it's like, and I mean, I'm not kidding you. I bet you we were 12 miles from any direction. It wasn't that long because Jake got out of the car and walked back to the fucking, like one of those boxes, those on the side of the road where they have the emergency boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he went there and called, and a wrecker service came. And then the wrecker service brought us, God, man, how the fuck did we get back? How did we get to Atlanta? We had to have gotten a rental car.
Was this one a rental, the Bonneville?
No, it was like my Bronco. It was like fucking, like Rick had got it since like an early payday. It was like his baby.
Yeah.
And he was moving back. He was moving to Atlanta, and he had kept it down. He had a house down in Tampa. And I think Rude had sold the house in Tampa, and this Bonneville was in the garage, and he wanted to move it up to his crib in Atlanta. And we were anointed to do it because we were knuckleheads. So
yeah. Ryan, thank you. Anyone else in the audience? Guys have waited it out. A long 2.5 hours thus far. Big Brother Fan says, get some Kevin Sullivan, Russo, Waltman as guests on the show. Well, listen, we had our first Nash and Friends with
Kevin,
Sean Waltman.
We'll definitely have Kevin. Well, we'll have all those guys.
Well, all those guys.
Is Russo still doing his podcast?
He still is. He still has that the brand network. I can hit him up. We still talk every once in a while.
I've always got along with. I've got along with all those guys.
Absolutely. We're going to play a little bit of the Waltman today to show you guys what you get. If you join the 11 Soft Club, go to KliqThisTV.com to be part of it. KliqThisTV.com.
Sean and I, at this point of this taping, will have just spent the weekend together in Des Moines.
Not me and Kevin. He's talking about Waltman.
Yeah.
By the time you guys see this on Monday, Kevin will have me. You're returning Monday?
Yeah, I fly back on Monday.
He'll be on his way back after having hung with his boy. So Earth Dog, we'll get to them all.